Welcome to the Depth Channel. This space isn't for forecasts or fortune, it's for transmissions. The message that opened today is the stone, and we have the crone at its root. And the energy feels ancient. It feels very slow and deliberate. This is a descent into the unmovable core of your being. The part of you that existed before the storm and will exist long after it passes. So take a deep breath. Ground into your bones. Let's begin the transmission. I'll put my scrying mirror to the left here. The first thing drawing my attention here is the symbol of the philosopher's stone. The triangle with the square and the circle inside of it. This is the symbol of the ultimate goal of alchemy, which is creating the philosopher's stone. This is an alchemical process of transforming base materials into gold. And the circle here represents the soul. The square represents the material body. The triangle represents spirit, or the active, creative force. I'm hearing attempting to square the circle. Attempting to square the circle. Where have I heard that before? Attempting to square the circle. Attempting an impossible task. Interesting. I'm also hearing the union of mind, body, and soul. By doing this process, I feel like this is something that you have done before, actually, either in this lifetime or many lifetimes. It's like a wisdom that lives within you, and you intuitively have the know-how to process this transformation. It's just the surrender. There's something in the physical, in the material body that is resisting the transformation itself. And I see this blooming, color pool. It looks like an eye over here. Your eye awakening, your eye opening to something within the soul that wants to be transmuted through the material to reach the spiritual. But why so strict? Why so tight? This feels a lot like something initiatory that requires a bit of dismantling first. Let's see what we're talking about here. The Knight of Cups. The message from the heart. Definite sacral chakra energy I'm picking up through this. But it activates through some form of grounding in the root chakra. There's got to be a sense of stability and security, this square energy, before the circle of the sacral, the spiritual, can come through, or the soul can come through in some type of active creative force. The unmoved center is such a focus here. It's so important as it flows. The current flowing, living current flowing today is the Knight of Cups. This is the holy paradox, movement within stillness, and emotions that don't spill, but rather circulates like blood through the bone. The message is simple. Don't chase the current, become it. So the stone is anchoring The Crone remembers. And the Knight of Cups moves between them. It is carrying the pulse of devotion through stillness. What does the soul need to see, face, or shed to understand this current? Hierophant reversed, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords reversed. We enter the descent and the air turns sharp. You see the way it's connecting to the card above and the Knight of Cups. The Hierophant reversed cracks the altar. Every borrowed belief, every rule that kept you obedient instead of awake. And the 5 of Swords reveals what happens when truth is used as a weapon. Words that wound, victories that taste like ash. And the 6 of Swords reversed says there's no fairy out yet. Spirit won't let you escape by intellect or ritual. The stone demands that you stay and let the old doctrine rot where it stands. You see her eyeing the Knight of Cups over here. She's seen this before, and she knows that real initiation isn't about finding new teachers. It's about remembering your own authority. The Knight of Cups still moves through the wreckage. He's very tender, he's very alive, and he's washing the blood from the swords. He teaches that compassion is the bridge you build when every other bridge has burned. This descent is spiritual disillusionment in motion. This is the breaking of false teachers, false peace, and false progress. You are transmuting base metals into gold here. What is the higher truth or illumination? What does Spirit want them to know on the other side of this understanding? The Devil in reverse. I am actually seeing, and I'll move this for demonstration. I just saw the square here just completely shatter and break open, everything expanding from soul into spirit. The 5 of Cups. And the 2 of Swords in reverse. There's definite clarity here in mind of the processing of grief. I imagine it's the grief that's keeping you contained in this square, not letting you expand beyond that gate, beyond the threshold. I'm hearing the cords have already snapped. You just haven't unclenched your fist. And the Crone here is your old wisdom, your old energy returning to tell you that this is freedom, not failure. A heart is here that still mourns the familiar chains that broke. This is the cost of the breaking. But choice can't be postponed any longer. Because I think the Crone is here to assist you in prying open the blindfold. This is the moment you stop negotiating with your own captivity. And the Knight of Cups is here to pour living water over the severed ties. What looked like loss was purification. And what felt like confusion is simply truth flooding back in. You are already unbound. Grieve what you must, but do not rebuild the cage. How should this truth be grounded or ritualized in daily life? Seven of Cups. Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups in reverse beneath that. This feels like she's rising from the underworld here. The chains have broken and here she comes above. There's like a funnel from the underworld to here. Glittering with the Seven of Cups. Mirages, memories, every tempting escape the mind can conjure. I'm hearing not every dream is a destiny. And with the Six of Cups at the root, it reminds us why it's hard to let go. The sweetness of what once was, the safety of remembering instead of risking. But the Ace of Cups in reverse speaks the truest magic. The heart can't overflow when it's facing backward. The Crone is here feeling very solid, heavy, and real. I can feel the weight of this bird in my hand. Choose what endures. And let what was meant for fantasy become fuel for faith. Your spell tonight is simple. Touch your chest, breathe deep, and name one illusion you release. Then whisper, "My love returns to me purified." The cup refills as soon as you stop pretending it's empty. Let's close out the reading with final words of wisdom here. From the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Oh no, wait, is this the Mystic? This is the Mystic. Mystical Shaman's Oracle. And now as the current stills, two elders step from the mist. The Witness and the Wild Woman. The Witness is the part of you that never flinched, even when everything else broke apart. She saw the masks fall, the cords snap, the illusions dissolve, and simply kept breathing. Her gift is sacred neutrality, to see without grasping, and to love without rescuing. Then comes the Wild Woman beneath the surface here. Her hair is unbound. Her eyes are bright with the first light after storm. I mean, she looks like she's electrified. She is the pulse that returns once you've remembered what's real. She doesn't ask permission. She doesn't wait for proof. She moves because life moves through her. Together, they say to me, be the witness who remembers, and be the wild woman who lives. The stone remains, And you rise unbound, whole, alive, to the current once more. See yourself clearly, then live as if you're free. This was the Depth Channel transmission. Until next time, stay close to what's real.